by new short course.
Thank you, team.
Good afternoon. I am Mr. Rokia Khatun and with me Mehdi. We are presenting our reflection on behalf of our team. The team members are Dr. Mohammad Abdul Motin, Dr. Shajib Shaha, Jahir Ryan Salim, Dr. Mohammad Ahsan Habib, and me, Mr. Rokia Khatun, Mehdi Hassan Anik, Anay Bhaumik, and Fahim Ahmed. The reflections are presented here. The platform is huge and this is very helpful, especially for the disabled students. It is very good aid and they will be able to align with the normal curriculum and normal students. So from our team we give thanks to the project members and the organization committee. Now our observation is that the system is huge and there are different third-party tools. So in the short time that was not possible for us to explore everything, and for that case we face problem and sometimes we could not find the helps and tools, the options and activities, and we suggest that if there is video tutorial and guidelines, that will be very helpful. And another thing was that after changing the sample given here for the assessment procedure, after submitting we could not see the assessment percentage improvement or the lackages that was had to improve. For that case, if there was the repeated assessment policy and improvement suggestions, that will be very helpful. And the extension for future, where the navigation of the toolkits should be improved, like that there can be short navigation tool side by the material processing environment, so that that will be very time efficient to access the tools. Otherwise we have to find out, we have to browse again and we have to access the links and we don't know what tools we can use in this case. And the rest of the part will continue. Mehdi, I invite him. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the floor. So ma'am was talking about the navigation of the toolkit should be improved. So in that part, we have some subparts, like provide customizable shortcuts in the keyboard. So our topic was someone who was physically or motorized disabled. So the main problem is that he may or she may use some shortcuts to make her life or his life smoother. So most of the people use shortcuts in their own system, like in macOS or in Windows. So sometimes it doesn't work on the both. Like a Windows shortcut may not work on a macOS, or any website shortcut may not work with another website shortcut. So there should be an option that he can customize or she can customize the shortcuts from his keyboard. So that would make it very easy for him to navigate. And there should be we should enable accessible rich internet applications, that is area, for more complex navigations. For example, most of the cases we have complex navigations. So if we have specialized softwares, and we have to keep in mind that special people can use those. So for that reason, we have to make those applications accessible for everyone. So that is another extension for the future. And there should be a voice controlled navigation system. For example, if someone doesn't have hands or cannot use his hands for a great amount of time, so he should be able to use the voice control system. So if websites have voice controlled navigation system, that would be a huge leap for those special people. So we have to implement this for all level of education. For now, we are using it for tertiary education or higher education, but most of the disabled people cannot come to higher education because they just drop out when they are attended to day school in primary or in high school. So in primary and high school, it is needed the most for disabled people who are physically disabled. And native language support should be beneficial because for primary and high school, most of the teachers will not get interested to learn in English. They would prefer a native language to learn, to teach themselves and use those to their students. Thank you all.
Any other points you'd like to make? No? Any questions for the team? I thought that was great.
Just comment.
Please,
One
please,
comment.
Professor Saiful Islam.
Content should be in native language. This is very important. New point.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah.
hello.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a very extensive shopping list.
Yeah, yeah.
Improvements that have been listed there. They're very much appreciated, and we do understand and take them on board.
Basically, we focused on the negative sides. We didn't focus on the positive sides because all the positives have been done. So what could be done? That was our main focus.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of the native language, if we, we have started to translate the toolkit into Bangla, would that be the major hit in Bangladesh? Yeah. So we do have.
David was asking, like, do we have any alternative of Bangla like India? Because they have multiple language. But no, for Bangladesh, Bangla is the common.
Okay, so that's a really clear guide there. I want to ask Shaman, British Council, looking at the British Council and your remit in Bangladesh, in terms of other educational sectors, such as, it's a great point. If you're a person facing a range of challenges, physical and sensory impairments or economic disadvantage, does the British Council also look at other educational areas apart from higher education?
British Council is working in primary sector and secondary sector, but not focusing particularly on inclusive education. Our focus is much more on language and skill, other skill development program. So that is from our
Thank you.
side. And we don't we don't have any particular project, as far I can remember, dedicated on inclusive education or this kind of issues.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's an incredibly important point that if we don't look after young people right the way through their educational journey, there's significant likelihood they'll drop out before or become so disenfranchised before they get to higher education. And inclusive education, as a group here, we should also attend to younger people in junior schools as they're moving through, and make sure we have an approach to inclusive education all through the educational landscape. I think it's a great
I have
point.
one thing to add. Recently, we are having some discussion with DP, that is the primary government authority of Bangladesh, primary education, and we are trying to identify the areas for the government where we can start different projects. And as there were several other projects previously which were led by or funded by USAID and other donors, and you know that the scenario is changed now, so there are opportunity, more and more opportunity for British Council. We can step in there because the fields are almost empty. The donors who were working at the inclusive education and other education, we can now step in there, and we are doing that advocacy process now.
So that's a great opportunity that we'd like to join you in that initiative as a group and extend our approaches to other levels of education.
That was what I was talking with Arif sir in the morning. Because as some of the participants say, it is much more important in the primary sector because students cannot go up to higher education, they are already dropped in primary sector. So
my viewpoint would be it would be really important in all sectors, but if the British Council now has an opportunity to campaign or to launch initiatives for inclusive education in other earlier parts of the educational journey, we'd like to join you in those discussions.
Exactly. As our team yesterday said that we are getting more and more that opportunity in coming days. Also, we have different teams, though this team is dedicated in higher education, we have other teams for primary education and secondary education and non-formal education as well. But as one British Council approach, we partner with all the teams and with UK partners to do this kind of efforts. So that would be great.
It would be
If you
superb.
find any opportunity, you approach us. We will be
We're going
happy
to approach you.
Yeah.
We are going to approach you.
Yeah, we will also search for the opportunity, but
Yeah.
you are also welcome
Okay.
to approach us.
Yeah, I really appreciate, Shaman, if you could, we'll approach you, but also
Yeah, sure.
relay the information that as a team, we're very interested in looking at primary
Exactly.
and secondary education as well.
Sure.
So our project in Vietnam is
Yes.
really in secondary education, funded by the British Council, but looking at inclusive education in Vietnam in the secondary sector too. And we can join those initiatives together.
As tomorrow our director program is coming, maybe
Yeah.
we could have
Yeah.
some conversation regarding that. If
Super.
there is any scope to do something similar here, start something similar here. That
Excellent. What an
I will
outcome.
come with a message.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to the team. Next team, next group.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us chance to show our reflections. We are the participants from different universities. Nilima Mansura Preeti, lecturer CSE BUBT. MD Shohidul Islam Palash, lecturer CSE DIU. Faiza Firoz, lecturer CSE DIU. Saida Sajjad, assistant professor Meter. Sara, assistant professor Meter. Johar Islam Babu, lecturer CSE Kumbh University, and I am Partha Chakraborty, assistant professor department of CSE Kumbh University. So at first we want to the toolkit useful in terms of the exercise, guideline and resources. The exercise was very helpful to support the implementation of inclusive teaching practices in authentic classroom settings, because at first we have to exercise properly and then teach our students, and based on the proper classroom settings, we can easily incorporate teaching learning capabilities in case of with the teachers, with the students, I think. And on the other hand, the resources, particularly the checklist and templates, were very beneficial for creating the inclusive course contents, because in there we can easily search any kind of course content, and based on that course content we can easily go to through different kinds of data set or tools or any kind of activities, then we can do it whatever. On the other hand, the guideline offers methodological approaches, because mainly for the in case of the guidelines, we can easily incorporate the overall strategies or what kind of activities we have to do, and based on that activities we can easily do all the things. So we can this is our first slide, toolkit useful for exercise, guideline and resources. The second slide can be classified into toolkit can be extended in the future. If we extended the toolkit in case of different sectors or different subsectors like academics discipline, including in case of physics or any kind of subject-oriented teaching style, where we can say that in this subject, this strategies can be helpful for these disciplines. So that it can be extended in the future, I think. On the other hand, mainly our previous presenters show it, local language, where English is not our primary language, then we can easily incorporate in their local language. On the other hand, if we this kind of activities like any kind of community or peer supported forum, we can easily show our various comments in the forums, and then based on them forums, we can easily get the outputs or any kind of useful documents where you can easily cope up with that activities. And finally, if we show the overall reflections, then we can say that the toolkit equips with the practical strategies to recognize and support students with various kind of activities like autism, dyslexia or others from under-resourced background. And in general, It provided a comprehensive framework to help teachers successfully use the ideas of universal design for learning, UDL. Thank you so much. So, question or
Any questions for the team?
You were talking about a forum or some kind of place for discussion on the previous slide. We were also thinking about trying to implement something like that. So I think I would like to hope that this group will all try and engage in that if and when we do implement that. So hopefully over the next month or over the next few months you'll see some forums and some places to discuss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mainly
different forums. We can easily incorporate with that comments, so that every single person can communicate with each other based on that comments, I think. So I highlighted this forum option, sir.
Yeah. Okay. That's an excellent point.
Yeah, so we do intend to. Please, sorry.
So basically, all the toolkits are for the format of HTML web page type of learning content. But in our country, we use PPTs, we use PDFs, we use many sorts of contents to teach our students as the supporting documents. So I have talked to you before that we were facing some difficulties to deploy our website online. So in that case, I think PPTs should be accepted for those toolkits to check if those are accessible too. So the toolkits should be made for offline contents.
Sure. So it's a great point. In the toolkit, there's really guidance. I have the guidance from UNICEF which are great guides on how to make a Word document accessible, PowerPoint, a PDF document. It's just that we took you through Moodle content today. In other parts of the toolkit, yes, there are for if you're producing a Word document, PDF, PowerPoint, there's all the guidance just to reassure you to make those documents accessible. And we know within Word, it has its own accessibility checker too. So we have alternatives, but it's a great point. So and especially since this project is to address students perhaps who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. So we'll put that more up front. The content is there, but it's clearly not visible to you or easy to be found. So that's a challenge. So I'll make sure that we say, if you're producing Moodle content, or if you're producing some other kind of learning platform content, this is how you easily find the guidelines. But if you're working with a PDF usually, or just PowerPoint, or Word, these are the guidelines too. The principles are very similar in terms of providing alternatives to text for low vision readers, also about headings to structure content, contrast, size of font, but the process is slightly different. So I'll just make sure that those guidelines are equally up front. I think we have the personas for people, challenges to address, but the use cases or usage scenarios, might be that I'm using it in a place where I don't have a learning management content system, but I do use Word documents and PDFs. So we'll make sure that those usage scenarios are more upfront on the toolkit, but it's a great point. Please.
It's more not on the toolkit side, but while I was navigating the Diverse Asia website, I found that there was a search tool in the My Courses to find the courses, but there was no search tool in the landing page or in the other pages. Yeah. So as there is so many contents and so many links in the web page, that can be a little bit confusing for people who are using it for the first time. So if I'm sure what I need in the website, and I can only just go and search that I want to make content for low vision or motor disabilities, and I can go directly to that link or directly to that page through the search tool, I think that could be a little bit better or more.
Sure.
I think we can actually enable a search tool on the front page. The front page is also kind of, you get to the content after you've seen this first stuff. And I think we need to rearrange it a bit, maybe move some of that first content, the two databases and the privacy statement somewhere else, because they kind of get in the way of you seeing what you really want to see.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And in defence of the team as well, is that we were lead partners in the Diverse Asia project, but we didn't actually implement a lot of the toolkit. So we co-designed it. We've now received the toolkit and we're now hosting it on our local sites ourselves. So we'll take all this feedback. I really like the idea of not just Persony to navigate the toolkit, but usage scenarios too. Yeah. If you're in a position where you've got a very advanced learning content management system, go here. If you're in a different situation where you tend to use Word documents or PowerPoints or PDFs, go here. So we can have some nice usage scenarios too. I think that's a great suggestion. Thank you very much. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
One final group.
Okay, so David, with your kind permission, I think, can we just quickly go for a small coffee break?
Yeah.
Because I think after lunch, a quick coffee should be really helpful. And I'm promising our last session won't be very long. One presentation and a small questionnaire session, and then we'll wrap up today, all right? I know it's already been too long day for you. So I'm not going to extend today's session very long. So let's go for a very quick break. We're going to start 20 past 3.
Yeah, and you can bring your coffee back here.
Yeah, you can bring your coffee here, and we're going to start it again. But please be here by 20.
Bring your coffee back
yeah,
here,
so
one final presentation.
Yes, and then I'm promising we're going to wrap it up a bit early today than the itinerary is saying.
Good afternoon, everyone. So thank you everyone for giving us the opportunity to share our thoughts about the toolkits. So these are group members. There are different faculty members from different universities. So about the usefulness of the toolkits, when we try to solve the exercises, we found that in the website there were clear guidelines about as we are trying to design a lecture for visually impaired people. We find that there were good guidelines about the color contrast or the font size. Also, as there were practical exercises, I think this was a great start for the teachers for preparing the materials. However, one thing that we find that we are using third-party websites, third-party plugins to solve the problems or check the accessibility of the software. So I think that if we can use an automated AI tools that can solve the problem automatically. So I think that's a thing. Another thing that can be extended in the future is we can add interactive demos, like based on personal needs. The software can change the contrast or the colors or the structures of the documents. So that is one thing that can be extended in the future. And I think that after using these tools, I think as a faculty, I would try to design the content taking into mind that I would try to have the semantic meaning of the pictures, so that also I think that I would try to add the voice recording system so that the visual impaired people can easily access. So that is all from us. Thank you. Now I think we will showcase us the design.
HDMI code? Okay, this is our final completed task according to guideline, and here everything in separate sections, and the table has well organized to understand. I'm really sorry, I think image is missing for some reason.
Okay, that's all right. I mean,
Okay. I think there is some path error in this image. Otherwise, everything is fine.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Any further reflections or any questions for the team?
Okay.
Again, you mentioned some tools as well about using some automated AI-driven.
Exactly. I want to say something about that.
So, please go ahead. You want to
Yes.
say something?
The thing is, these tools are really interesting, but from the perspective of software engineering, I want to add that we can automate this task, and that will be more helpful. Like, I have already content for C programming or web development that I am teaching in my university. So these contents are already made, and then if I have some automated tools where I will upload my current resources, and it will provide according to this policy, so it will be really helpful, and it will be really easy to use.
So, can I just say,
rather than customize from the HTML or other things.
So can I just say thank you? You have the job, and we're offering you that job to produce those customized tools. You all heard it here. The offer to produce those tools is very much appreciated, coming from your software engineering background. Thank you.
I think inshallah, and it's possible. It's possible, and it's really very good initiative. This is the first time I am introducing these tools, and I'm really enjoying. Thank you.
So, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Apart from, so that was a flippant point I made, but it's really important that this is a community of practice. So some people have amazing abilities in producing learning content, others in producing tools as well. So if you want to get involved and to produce some tools which help us automate some of the, or automatically implement some of the guidelines, that would be gratefully appreciated. You might have student projects, that you need projects to set for your undergraduate students. Please set these as projects, and on the toolkit we're going to collect all the learning content, the guidelines, the AI-driven educational tools that you'll see tomorrow, such as the engagement app. But if you've got some student projects who want to implement some automation tools for the guidelines, please go ahead and share it within the group. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay, nearly finished today. Arif just wants to finish off his survey, then it's home time. For us to understand the starting conditions of the project, so not too long to go. I think there's another 7 questions, was that, Aaron?
Yep.
Only another 7 questions.
I think it's starting from exactly the place where I left, because it's playing again.
So I'm going to transfer these to a different gadgets, because yesterday morning I was presenting from here. That time it was absolutely fine. But as you can see, yesterday it started playing with me. That's my bad luck, I think. we're going to transfer it to a different device overnight, and it's a small presentation, but as it's linked with a database, and that is with my university's credentials, so I need a bit of time to just integrate that. I hope we're going to carry on this session tomorrow. It's a 15 minutes time work. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you very much for your participation today. We had some great feedback in terms of use of the toolkit. It's incredibly valuable. Thank you for today. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for everybody.